Streaming live 24/7 at moneyradio1200.com. This is Business for Breakfast.
It is 22 minutes after the hour here on Money Radio 1200. I'm Jeffrey O'Brien.
And I'm Francoise Rhodes. The Dow is down 24 points. NASDAQ is up 1. S&P 500 is down 2.
Taking a look at the futures, they're down 22. Crude oil is at $92 a barrel at the moment, and gold is actually up 2 points. Eventually, we're going to talk about this because I'm not the only one that's saying that gold is about to tank even harder than it has. In the last year, it has lost so much value, and it's going to continue. Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, a lot of people in finance are saying it's going, but every time I bring it up, gold goes up. I must be gold's, biggest hero right now.
Yes, you are, but however, what is down is corn. You neglected corn there is down 3.
It made me sad.
There you go.
All right, right now, let's talk about something that can make you sad if you end up opening up your bank account and taking a look inside and going, whoa, wait a second, I didn't do that. Where'd that go? If you've been, I've had my identity stolen. I have had people steal my card information, and I've had to call up Wells Fargo and say, can you give me that money back? Can you go after these guys? So I'm sure everybody listening has had cyber crimes of some sort hit them in their wallet. Right now to talk about the cyber crimes, the mess with Target and Neiman Marcus, and what's ahead in 2014 is Dr. Adriana Sanford. She's a clinical associate professor in the management department of W.P. Carey School of Business at Arizona State University. She's a full-time professor of over 1,700 students every year. She teaches principles of international management, legal, ethical, regulatory issues in business, and she is also a broadcaster as well. Good morning, Dr. Sanford.
Good morning, Jeffrey. Good morning, Francois.
Good morning.
All right, so we had a lot of activity in cybercrimes in 2013. We got more coming in 2014, but you want to talk about who are these people stealing our money?
Yes, Jeffrey, the big concern we have is, we don't know much about these people. They are located sometimes in other countries. They look for countries that have more lax laws or not closely regulated, and it's a borderless crime. So it is very difficult to actually figure out who is behind this. There's some speculation that, some of these hackers are in Russia because you see, .su at the end of some of these sites, but you don't really know because they might be trying to, have investigators, take them off the trail.
Well, talk to us about the black market implications. Talk to us about the underground cyber forums where thieves can sell that information.
Yes, unfortunately, there are several sources now where you can actually go online and purchase information. And, this is a very dangerous underground cyber forum where people log in and collect Social Security numbers, credit reports, your credit card information, birthdays, all sorts of information. And the price ranges from 50 cents to $5 for background checks and, sometimes $15 depending on what they're giving you. And the danger of this is that they can do, a lot of harm. Interestingly enough, though, some of these forms were actually hacked, or they were subject, their information was compromised. And we were able to find out in one particular place that there were 1,300 customers who spent hundreds of thousands of dollars getting information, getting driver's license information, Social Security information, and on more than 4 million Americans.
Well, now, we know that there was problems in 2013 with Target and Neiman Marcus, and also now we're finding out that 3 other well-known U.S. retailers were hit, but they're not saying who. Why don't they have to say? Why isn't Visa coming forward and letting their customers know, hey, you may be in danger, and why are these companies waiting so long to disclose that they've been hit and you're at risk?
Well, unfortunately, the issue is it's very similar to the way some companies handle counterfeiting of products. They are concerned about their reputation. They're concerned about how the public will react, how the customers will react, whether they'll stop purchasing there. We're now finding out that at Target, you didn't necessarily need to purchase in the weeks, leading up to the Thanksgiving. You might not have even been shopping at Target. 70 million of their customers, we have about 40 million in which we know that their debit or credit card information was hacked because they were purchasing, but there's another 70 million. Some of them may be the same customers, but others that did not even shop during that time that have had their information compromised from Target. We're talking about names, emails, addresses.
I knew it.
And Adriana, this is so scary because they're not telling us what kind of precautions we can take as individuals. What should we do? Is there anything we can do?
Well, there are some steps you can take. I mean, you have to be careful. Make sure to check out your credit report. Some people don't pull them up. And check that with a fine-tooth comb, because what's happening is sometimes they'll take this information, for example, your credit history, and they will get a fraudulent loan from a bank. And unfortunately, they know your financial history better than you do, because you don't remember all the details. They do. And if they tell the loan officer when the last mortgage payment was and all this other information, they may actually get a loan. So make sure you check you check it, pull your credit report. If you are concerned that something might have happened, get a new credit card. Ask them for a new number or ask them for a new account. Banks will work with you, but you have to be alert. You have to be aware. Another issue, which I think is of great concern right now, is the way in which these free apps are coming up for your mobile phones. Be careful with that.
Talk about the apps.
Android,
right.
Cloud, data sharing. All of these sites, you have to be very, very careful with what you're doing.
Wow. So I thought everything you can get from the Google Play Store would be okay.
No. Smart appliances is another one. You have to be careful with your smart appliances. They're very sophisticated. So you can't always be on top of it, but you have to be alert.
So your appliance, it tells you, ooh, guess what? You need to buy milk. Could be out to get you as well. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm not worried about somebody stealing my identity, because all they're going to get is the painful sting of a rejection from any credit they try to run on me. They're not going to get a loan with my numbers.
Well, the concern also is if they get your Social Security information, they can file a false tax return and get money that way as well. And then that messes you up with the IRS.
And Adriana, real quickly, if I'm running a business, what kind of advice can you offer me?
Well, for businesses, I think the most important thing is to realize that, only you can hurt your reputation. My friend Solange, you repeatedly hear her saying that. It's important for store to realize that, because a lot of times businesses think, well, if this information is out there, I'm going to lose customers. It's the opposite. We need our stores, we need our businesses to join forces.
I'm not mad at Target because they got hacked, because anybody can get hacked. Mm-hmm. What you get mad at is when they don't tell you right away.
Right, exactly. So businesses need to inform, they need to stand up and unite. This is a very, very serious, and it's had a very profound impact. And the only way that we can actually protect ourselves is if businesses join forces and start speaking up.
And somebody needs to talk about a law that will force companies like Visa to let you know that you're at risk. That whole confidentiality between them and the companies is probably not right. Dr. Adriana Sanford, thank you so much for being with us. We got to take a break. We'll be back with more Business for Breakfast. You're listening to Money Radio 1200.
I'm Perry Apollo, CNBC Radio. The Dow taking a bit of a hit this